We're gonna make a Bad Bunny type of beat in Logic Pro X. Let's hop into it. Alright, so we are in Logic Pro X, and first thing we're gonna do is go to the SoniqSounds Reggaeton kit, and we are gonna make a kick and a snare pattern. So let's check out some of these sounds. Alright, let's bring this sound into our drum machine. We're gonna click Drum Machine Designer and bring that kick right in there, and then let's go ahead with the snare. All right, we'll bring the snare right here. This is what the snare sounds like. Let's bring a shaker in right here, and then we're gonna see if we can bring in some percussion sounds. So you're just gonna choose those two and bring them in. And then my tempo is set as 90. We're gonna right click and say create a pattern region and just start programming the drums in. Again, kick, 4 on the floor. I'm gonna lower the sound of it a little bit. Let's do some snares. All right, so I don't like how long the snare is, so I'm just gonna go in the sampler right here and just make it a little short right here. Add some EQ to it so it's not too top heavy, and let's see what that sounds like. All right, I like that. So let's add some shaker sounds in there. All right, let's add some percussions. All right, we got another percussion. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay. All right, like this, we're gonna double the steps, so it's gonna play it twice, and then we'll just change up the percussion pattern just a little bit so it doesn't sound the same right here. And let's see what this sounds like. All right, I like this, but I want a hi-hat as well. So let's go to, again, let's go to the Groovy Kit 2, and then again, let's add a hi-hat into this particular pattern. Now, if you do this and you don't see the sound, all you have to do is just go to plus here and add the hat right here. We're just gonna do the hat like this, and let's see what this sounds like. Let's just lower the sound of some of these things. All right, so now let's add some plucks. What I'm gonna do is use A and then C sharp minor. All right, so I'm gonna lower the sound a little bit and then just literally play that. All right, let's go ahead and select all and quantize. All right, so let's go ahead and play this. Let's add some pads. I have this smooth pad sound. What I'm gonna do is just play the root note. So again, it's A and C sharp. So let's just play that and then we'll blend that in. All right, let's quantize this bad boy. And then we are gonna loop these two. Again, we're gonna lower the sound to our liking. All right, now I have this new plugin called SubLab XL, and there are a bunch of presets right here. I'm just gonna go and see if I can find a nice oh my god. All right, so I really like this one. I'm gonna favorite this. And all right, let's lay this down. I don't even need to play it again. I'm just going to bring this down, play this. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down a few octaves. So just select and all right, I like that. We're going to force legato this bass, so select all and hit shift and slash, and it's going to do it legato. Now I do like this, but I want to see what else is there. So again, I have it on favorites. I can always go back to it. Let's play some other ones. Nah, I like that one. That's my favorite. So let's just move the drums a little bit so it's not in the middle of the structure. All right, what we can do is to these plugs, we can even just do a bit more of a high shelf. So like just some of the mids are there. All right, so we pretty much have all the major components right here. So what we're going to do is, again, let's move this again. We're going to start like this. Intro, we're not going to start with Plucks. And the bass, we're going to keep in there actually. Let's keep the bass in there. So let's start out like this. Go into this. All right, let's do force legato on this pad 2. And then, all right, I like this. We're going to add some delay to this. So let's go to delay, stereo delay, and see how that sounds. All right, I think what we do need is like a crash. So we're just going to go to the samples from Logic and just go search for a cymbal sound. All right, I like this. Let's bring it in here. All right, let's lower the volume a little bit so when it comes in, it sounds nice. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to cut the last bar right here. Actually, last 2 beats, not the bar. So that way it's a little quiet, you know? All right, so what we're going to do is now, let's say that is your chorus. We're going to bring everything here and let's keep this here. And then what I like doing is taking out the hi-hats from here. So we're going to take out the hi-hats and let's bounce this. So we're going to hit Control B and just say drum bounce. In reggaeton, you hear these muffled drums. So what we're going to do is do this. And the way you get that is you just add an EQ here. Let's start cutting frequencies and see how that sounds. So for the sub, I want to duck the 808. So what I'm going to do is load up Kickstart by Nicky Romero, and then it will just duck the 808 every time the kick comes in. So now even if you hear this section, the kick and the 808 will be a bit more clear. All right, so let's actually roll the hi-hats. So we're going to go in the hi-hats and go to note repeat. And the best place to do it is right before your snare comes in. So if you look at the snare that's coming in here and here, so right before or right after. So I'm going to do it right after here and see how that sounds. All right, so there's another snare that's coming in right here. So I'm going to repeat the one right before that. right, so let's go ahead and bring this over. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out the first bar of this muffled drums. So when the verse comes in, it's a little more quiet and it kind of brings it in slowly. All right, if you want some kind of a build-up, so what we're going to do is Control B. We're going to say leave the source as is and bounce the cymbal in place. Now, once it's bounced in place, what I like doing is hitting Option and dragging it a full bar. So it's full bar. We're going to go here, Function, File, Function, and reverse it. All right, let's go back and just bring it in right here. So it's going to reverse. All right, so we're going to do that right here. And we're going to do, again, 8 bars right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. Leave the last bar empty. We're going to bring the riser right here again. And then let's see what this sounds like. 1, 2. All right, and to structure the beat, honestly, you do section A, which is your chorus, section B, which is the verse, then a chorus again, then a verse again. And then what I like doing is, again, copying it again. So you have your chorus again. And then what you do is then you do a little bridge. So for this bridge part, again, I'm going to do the same thing with the plucks. So I'm going to bounce it in place. So it's bounced. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my muffled drum bounce and literally copy the EQ to the plucks that are bounced in place. So the plucks sound like. All right, perfect. Let's do the riser right here. And then we're going to bring in the hook one more time. So let's go ahead. So there you go. That's basically the structure that a lot of these reggaeton songs use. They have a intro, a hook, a verse, hook, verse, again a hook, then you have a bridge, and then you have a hook again, and then you have a 3.5 minute reggaeton track. So that was me making and structuring a Bad Bunny type of reggaeton beat in Logic Pro X. If you like the content, make sure you hit the like, share, and if you want to get these kits, click a link in the description. You can go to my website and get all of these. There's a reggaeton template as well, and there are a bunch of freebies on the site as well. Keep making some dope music. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.